Hey guys, it's Monica J. Hodges here with KIP Tutoring Service. Earlier this week, I was talking to another educator. They are a special education teacher, and they wanted to know, how did I get started with my business? They were considering making that same transition from the classroom into entrepreneurship and into tutoring. And so I thought I'd get up this morning before I head off to work, to tutor, of course, to make this video. So how did I get started? It's a long story, and if you want to hear it in full and in more details, just let me know in the comments and I will do a separate video. But long story short, I felt a nudge from the Lord through the Holy Spirit that it was time for me to shift my focus from my career in public school education to entrepreneurship. I will say though that I had already started tutoring before I actually made the leap. So my first piece of advice to anyone who's considering leaving the classroom to start their own tutoring business, or if you are close to retirement and you are thinking about another career and you want to get into tutoring or any other business for that matter, I would say start where you are. I had been tutoring for years, both while I was teaching and during the time when I was not in the classroom. So I had used that time to build my clientele, right? When I officially left the classroom, I wasn't starting at zero. I had a handful of clients already. I had a reputation already that preceded me as far as the results that I was able to achieve. And so I would say start where you are. Now, in the district where I taught, we could not tutor students that we actually taught for money, right? I could hold help sessions. I could help them before school, after school, but I couldn't charge a fee if I was their teacher of record. I could, however, teach other students, or tutor, I should say, other students that were in the building and charge a fee. So if that's the case in your district, I would start there. The school where I worked, they were really good about compiling a list of teachers that were in the building that also tutored privately. So I would probably check with your admin or check maybe with your guidance counselors to see if your school has such a list and put your name on there. If that's something that you are interested in doing full time eventually. I would also say think about your processes and procedures. You want to make sure that you have that streamlined when you are ready to make that transition to do it full time. That's not something that you have to think about because you've already perfected it. Yeah, so that's a quick share, if you will, of what I did in order to prepare myself to make that full leap into tutoring full time, into starting this business. If you want me to share more in depth, just leave a comment below and I'll be happy to make another video, maybe even a KIP tips video on how to transition from teacher to tutor, if that's something that you'd like to hear more of. So that's it. As my sister-in-law would say, that's it, that's all. And I'll see you next video.